Hey guys, it's Crystal with Journey Into It, and today we're going to be talking about Clairalience. Now, some people might pronounce this differently. I am rather country and have an accent, so it's Clairalience for me. Some people might say Claire Alliance or Claire Alliance, but like I said, country, Clairalience. This is simply your clear smelling. This is, smelling beyond what is just in this physical realm. These smells contain messages and divine information that you might actually need. Everyone, everyone omits a natural scent. It aligns with their personal vibration, and clairalient people, they can smell that. This Claire right here has been what got me started on this whole shebang. It was my strongest gift. It was the one that I really took note of, that I really started noticing. So it definitely got me in this pattern of realizing and noticing other things. I felt like that was my strongest gift, or the one that I typically tend to say, hey, I notice you, is because a lot of times we tend to think that psychic gifts or messages are going to be more, bigger, brighter, and louder. But the truth is, you have to pay more attention to the subtle things. Most of the time, messages come as flashes or little whispers or little nudges or just tiny gut feelings. So, this one for me really caught my attention at a very early age. It would come out of nowhere with no trace to the actual smell. And little young me was like, why in the world am I smelling sweet apples? Now, I've definitely learned and definitely came to figure out what the smell of sweet apples is to me personally. But that's another thing I wanted to talk about. How in the world do you figure out what these smells from beyond mean? Some of these smells can be really easy to understand, especially if spirit or your past loved ones are sending you a sign. So, this can look like you're sitting there watching TV, and maybe the scene that you're watching reminded you of your grandfather. The next thing you know, you are smelling the strong scent of his aftershave. This is the gift of clairalience and him letting you know, hey, hello, I'm here. Um, Smells have a way of bringing back memories and emotions, so enjoy it. Another example, maybe you smell your mother's recipe, a special recipe. Maybe it's, let's say, banana pudding. You're in the kitchen cooking the family a meal, and in that moment, you might even sense her presence and just know it's her saying, hey, I'm here. I love you. Let's go a step further into this example. What if you took that as a hint to actually make that banana pudding? And then you're gathered at the table and your family's there, and your son says, hey, I was craving grandma's banana pudding. Thank you, mom. Not only was your mother saying, hey, I'm here, I love you, but she was also sending you a message that the smallest thing could brighten your kid's day. So she really helped you out there. The best way of learning what certain smells mean to you personally is by keeping tabs on them. Hands down, the easiest way. If you smell a certain smell a lot and have no idea what that could be, start writing about what is happening in your experience at the time you smell it. What are you feeling? Journal about that. Maybe the smell of the ocean water is telling you to let your emotions out, just, let it flow. Or maybe the smell of a certain flower will say it's time for some fresh air, it's time to get out of the house. You will begin to learn what these smells mean the more that you tune into them. I think that this is very personal. It's a very personal thing, and it has to come from your own experience. Then who knows? One day maybe you'll be having a deep conversation with your friend that doesn't know exactly what to do, and then all of a sudden you smell the sweetness of wildflowers, and you say, "Come on, let's go take a walk. I know exactly what you mean." Or maybe you smell the light scent of lavender and know that she just needs some good rest. So you go to her house and you help her clean and do some chores, and you take care of the kids, and you say, "Go, go. You need some rest. Go lay down." So suddenly you turned your gift into a way to help someone, to care for them, to know exactly what they need in that moment. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. Let's see. So also, your spirit guides might send you certain smells as well to try to get their message across to you. Now, of course, if you notice these scents and you can start to journal them to figure them out, but with your spirit guides, you can actually request some other signs. Hey, I don't quite get this. Can you send me something else? And if you're paying attention, you're going to notice other signs start coming in. Okay. Some other things I've noticed about clairalience along the way is you may smell sickness. It definitely has a certain smell to it. Even if the person isn't acting like they are ill, you may sense or smell their sickness. I used to have a really tough time with this one and the smell of death. Maybe one day I'll do a video all on its own about my experience with that, but that was a really tough one for me. It was just repetitive. I would smell that all the time around, people that were in that process. Okay. Another thing, you might be able to read people's energy with your sense of smell as well. So does it smell good? Does that energy smell good? Think about that. It'll really show you, hey, I could vibe with this person. I think we'd get along. This gift can help you in so many ways. Certain emotions, they have certain smells. Um, it can serve as a cautionary for you or sending you a warning. So let's say, have you ever been in someone's house and a smell kind of hits you like a bag of bricks, but you turn to your friend and you're like, hey, do you smell that? And they're like, no, I don't. This is more than likely, your gift working for you, warning you of possible danger or warning you that someone there isn't comfortable or that you shouldn't be comfortable here, or even showing you that there's spirit there trying to connect to you. So let's talk about some techniques to strengthen this gift. You can ask your spirit guides to play along with you. You can say an emotion, or better yet, feel it. Get into that emotion. Get involved. And ask your spirit guides to send you a smell to relate to that emotion. Okay. Don't forget to have fun with this. Get very playful with it. You can also write things down and assign it a smell. And then you can go a step further and try to smell that, whatever you assigned that emotion. Let's say you wanted to have a certain scent for anger, and maybe you relate that to the smell of fire, like the wood burning, the ash, that sort of smell. So you can definitely sit here and go into your little state and say, hey, I want to smell fire. I want to smell that ash. I want to smell that burning wood. That's what I want as my sign and symbol for anger. So I feel like you can do this with all of your psychic gifts. If you want to assign certain signs and symbols to certain things, you can do that visually. You can do that with your smells. It's really fun to play along with that stuff. Okay. But above all else, just make sure that you're paying more attention to the softness of these smells, even the tiniest hint of a certain something. Notice it, tune into it. That is exactly how you are going to grow this gift, okay? Yeah, it smells like expansion. All right, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you in some form or fashion. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell if you would like. If you have any tips that you want to add about things that you've noticed with yourself, and you're saying, "Hey, I'm clairalient. I have this gift. So tell me about your experience." Okay, I would love to hear that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.